good morning. Welcome to another episode of Calvary on the Fly. I'm your host today, Pastor Jason. So I just want to start off by thanking each and every one of you for praying for us. We've been on our journey now for, let's see here, today's the 20th, so for about 10 days. And what a journey it's been. We've had an opportunity to see friends. We've had an opportunity to see family. But we do miss each and every one of you, especially there at Calvary Baptist Church. We miss being with our church family, but looking forward to seeing what God has for us out in Utah. But as of right now, we are in Nashville, Tennessee area, or how they say it here, Nashville. Okay, so, but I want to give you just a little bit of the view we have here. So man, there's been so many songs written about the hills of Tennessee, and what a true story it is. There are hills all over the place. There's a beautiful lake in the background, and what a great piece of property my in-laws have here. But what I want to do is take you on a little tour of the property and seeing how we can apply some of the things that we see here to principles in the Bible. So let's take a walk. All right, come on, let's go down the hill. So my in-laws, they own about 40 acres, and there's a lot of hunting here. If you followed our Facebook page before, you saw Elijah got his first deer 2 years ago right here on this property. I'll actually show you where that part is. But this used to be one of their large gardens they had here. Now it's overgrown now because they got a smaller one next to the house. And if you notice, there was a very large hill, and it's not easy to go up and down. So let's go a little bit farther this way, and I'll show you guys the horses. One horse, two horses? One horse. I'll show you the one horse. So this is Splashy? Spirit. Splashy was one of their older ones. So this is Spirit, a beautiful horse. So yes, I have ridden a horse. I'm not exactly what you would call a cowboy, but I do enjoy horses. They're really nice. It's funny, Deanna, she even doesn't mind the smell. I'm not a huge fan of it though. All right, let me show you something else though. You go ahead and cut it there. All right, come on. So this is the trail to go out to the hunting property out here. And it's really nice out here. It's so quiet and secluded. Just a great place to spend some time and really reflect. I know Deanna's dad loves to come out here and just sit in his hunting blind and be able to just listen to the sounds of the woods, to watch the wildlife come in and out. And it's such a great opportunity to just spend some quiet time with God. And if you're not, I encourage you to spend some time with God on a daily basis. Sit with Him. Listen for that still small voice that God likes to use. You know, we as Christians, we like to wish God would just give us billboards, right? Like, hey Jason, I want you to do this, or Jason, I want you to do that. Now, God doesn't always use billboards, but what He does like to use is that still small voice. So I encourage you to find a place where you can just sit back, relax, and just have a quiet moment between you and the Lord. So what I want to do, stop right about here. Okay, so I don't know if Deanna can kind of pan up to the trees a little bit. I think it's focused on me. But what I want to let you guys know is there's a lot of beautiful sights here. But one thing that I'm not a huge fan of, and that's ticks. All right, if you've ever lived in the South, ticks are rampant sometimes, especially this time of the year. But I want to give you a quick little illustration of how a tick, you can relate it to sin. So Job says, he says here in Job 13:23, it says, "How many are my iniquities and sins? Make me to know my transgression and my sin." You know, one thing is after you spend time out walking in the woods, the one thing you have to do is you have to check yourself for ticks, because they can just latch on and they'll just hold on to you. And you may not even realize that they're there until it's days, weeks down the road, until all of a sudden that tick has just grown and the site can get infected, and it can really, really damage your body. And you know, honestly, folks, it's the same way with sin in our lives. Sin can just creeps in as a very small little thing. And if we don't check ourselves on a regular basis and really take the time, like Job says here, he says, "How many are my iniquities and sins?" He's talking to God here, and he says, "Lord, show me the wrong in my life. Help me to figure out what I need to fix." And folks, one of the biggest mistakes we can make as Christians is to think that everything's going just fine, to think that we have it all figured out and that we're living a flawless life. Because honestly, friends, with our flesh, we're always going to have things that we can work on, areas that we need to improve. So I want to encourage you today. I want you to be like Job and ask God, what are some areas of my life that I need to check? What are some areas in my life that I need to work on? Because I don't know about you guys, I make mistakes all the time, and there's areas in my life that I need to work on a daily basis. So I'll tell you what, it is hot out here. It is 92 degrees right now. So there's one more thing I wanted to show you before we head on in, and I'll show you in just a minute. All right, there's only one real way to cool down when you're here in the South, and I'm going to show you right now.